Alrighty, so to make this delicious cashew hemp seed mayo, I started with a half a cup of raw cashews and a half a cup of hemp seeds that were also raw, and I soaked them for a few hours and then rinsed them and drained them and added those into my high-speed blender with a half a cup to 3/4 a cup of water, depending on how much you think you need, and then 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. And then I'm also adding in 1 clove of garlic, which is totally optional. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. I just like it. And then a half a teaspoon of ground mustard and a 1/4 teaspoon to a half a teaspoon of salt to taste. And then you just blend this on up until it is super, super creamy and super, super smooth. Depending on the blender you have, it depends on the amount of time it's going to take. So if you have a Vitamix, it's going to take less time. If you have something not as powerful, it's going to take a little longer. So just pop it open, scrape down the sides as necessary, kind of check on the texture and see if it's looking like mayonnaise. Mine was looking a little too thick for my taste, so I just added a little bit more water in. So I ended up using 3/4 a cup of water. Just kind of depends on the size of your nuts and seeds and whatever you're using. If you want this to be creamier, you can totally use all cashews. It'll be super, super creamy that way. I just like the combination of both. So that's what it should look like when it's done. Kind of a little bit soupier than you think mayo would be, but it totally thickens up in the fridge, like a lot. So it's totally okay that it's a little bit thinner. So yeah, I just usually pop it into a glass jar and it's ready to use right now if you need it for a recipe, but it is a little thin. So I usually just put a lid on it, put it in the refrigerator, and the next day you have delicious, amazing mayo that you can use however you'd like. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not yet, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.